Hey folks, and welcome back to another play along episode. This episode is slightly different to my usual style. I have been rather busy working on the music for an upcoming dance show, so I've had to squeeze this episode a little bit shorter than normal. However, you are going to then get a future full cover of this track with myself and the wonderful Cutie Pie. She'll be playing whistles as well as lots of percussion instruments. If you don't want to miss out on any bonus musical content, then do follow me over on Instagram and Facebook and even TikTok at Charles Harrison Music. Also subscribe here so that you don't miss any future videos. And if you go and support me over on Patreon, you will gain access to all the backing tracks and sheet music and other bits and bobs that support these videos. So as it's a collaboration on a tune that is quite commonly requested, we've decided to make two tutorials. So head over to Cutie Pie's channel to learn how to play this on the whistle, and stick around with this video to learn how to play it on the fiddle. The tune in question, if you don't know it already, is from the movie The Last of the Mohicans. It's a pretty famous soundtrack for those in the folk world, and the tune itself is actually an arrangement of a tune called The Gael by fiddler and composer Dougie MacLean. If you don't know Dougie MacLean's work already, do go and check out more of his amazing tunes. So there are two parts to this tune. There is a slightly faster fiddle solo, which you'll also be able to learn how to play that on the whistle as well. There's also a slower melody which goes over the top at the end of the track. And in this video, you're going to get a little introduction to both the tunes. We'll have a little practice together, but then the full track will come out as a cover later on. I'm also going to try something different in this video, so let me know what you think. For the performance of the tracks really slowly, I'm going to zoom in on the violin so that you have a close-up. So with this track in particular, when you're playing the fiddle, you really need to get those turns around the C and the E note as well as the A note. That's really what makes this track sound the way it does. It's quite a stylistic choice, but it really does make this track unique. So to make that happen, you play the first note and then you need to play the note above, back to the first note, the note below, and then back to the first note again. So in the scale that we're in, if that starts on an A note, for example, then you go A to B to A to G and back to A, all in one very quick movement. And you can apply the same method to the C note and the E note in this track. In the slower section, we do need to have a much richer tone and more vibrato, more legato. It needs to be smooth and emotional. It works over the top as a contrast to what's going on in the fiddle part. Well, now that we've looked at both of those individually, let's try a little snippet of the upcoming cover and practice both of those together with the backing track. you do want a copy of the sheet music and the backing tracks without the leads, then do head over to my Patreon where you can get access to all of those. Patreon subscribers will be able to gain access to it for free already. If you're not a subscriber, do consider coming over to support me over on Patreon. Otherwise, you can purchase the backing tracks and sheet music from my Patreon shop. So let me know what you think. I had received requests for this particular track. Do subscribe so that you don't miss the full cover when that comes out, and make sure you practice along with the backing tracks in the meantime so that you can play along with us. So leave a like if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment to let me know how you got on and what you made of it. But apart from all that, I hope you enjoyed the music, and I'll see you in the next one.